Good morning, I'm meteorologist Shane Hinton with your September 8th morning tropical update. Take a look at the Atlantic right now. There are two areas we're monitoring. We have Hurricane Lee and Tropical Storm Margot. Have to start with Hurricane Lee. It is remarkable, this system, because if you tuned into our update yesterday, you probably recall it being a Category 1 hurricane. Well, take a look at this. Already a Category 5 hurricane. This is easily one of the most rapidly intensifying hurricanes or tropical systems I've ever seen in my life, in my career personally. Sustained winds at 165 miles per hour, moving west-northwest at 14 miles per hour. Let's take a look at the latest forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Expected to intensify even further. We're talking to 180 mile per hour sustained winds. Still a Category 5. Category 5 is the top of the Saffir-Simpson scale. Okay, so there's nothing stronger than a Category 5, but just the fact that it's getting up to that wind speed, that sustained wind speed, is remarkable. It makes it amongst probably one of the strongest hurricanes we've had in the Atlantic Basin. I think we've had several in around the 185 mile per hour sustained wind range, and then maybe one closer to 190. As we take a look at the forecast cone, it will continue moving out toward the west-northwest and make its way closer to the east coast of the United States. Now, it's worth noting that it is expected to slow down. In fact, this is from Friday afternoon all the way till early Monday morning, so it's not covering a lot of ground. That means there's still plenty of time for things to change with the forecast models. What they have recently been showing is that it will make a slight pivot to the north. But why is it staying so strong? Why did we see that rapid intensification? Well, a big key ingredient is the sea surface temperature, and right now we are still tracking abnormally warm, well above average sea surface temperatures for this time of the year. We've been tracking it all summer long, honestly. So if you take a look at the spaghetti plots, this is a variety of different forecast models. It's currently sitting as a Cat 5, expected to stay that way throughout the next couple of days, making its way out to the west-northwest and then eventually pivoting to the north. But it's that pivot to the north that we'll have to keep a very close eye on to see what impacts, if any, that we'll be tracking on the east coast of the United States. Now let's move off the west coast of Africa. This is Tropical Storm Margot. Sustained winds at 40 miles per hour, moving west-northwest at 16 miles per hour. This is not going to be impacting anyone nor land. This is what we call sometimes a fish storm. It just affects the fish out there. It is expected to intensify to a Category 1 hurricane, but once again, no implications for us here in the United States with this particular system. Now, because we have now marked off the M name on the list, if you're curious what the next name is going to be, we move on to N. That is going to be Nigel. We'll continue to track the tropics for you here in the KVUE Weather Center and provide updates on air and online. Have a wonderful day.